What's up, good people? Hope all are well, blessed, and amazing. It's been a minute. Sorry for the delay. Um, Welcome to the channel, our channel. I am Royal Vibes, your intuitive guide. Say, I just started back school, y'all, and I'm in these accelerated classes, so bear with me. I'm trying to do everything at one time. Work, and yeah, do everything at one time. So plus, still trying to get things together for my business, get little pieces I need here and there. Um, I will say it's coming. Everything's coming. I ask God to keep me busy, and that's exactly what He's doing. He said, "Be careful what you ask for," but I asked for it, so I'm not complaining. Very grateful. You know, I say it's not um where it can be or where I want it to be yet, but it's not where it could be, right? And I'm grateful for that. So hope everybody's blessed and doing well, and y'all are warm, safe, and sound, and everybody that you love and care for and hold near and dear is all the same. Um, yeah. So that's a brief synopsis of what I've been going through. Um, yeah, and it's been a blessing still. Still got my mind, sound mind and body, and I'm grateful for that, right? And like I said, it could be worse, and thank God it's not. There you go. Like what you hear, please, if you resonate with what you hear, please like, share, and subscribe. So, spirit, I've been kind of resonating. I was like contemplating on whether or not I was coming on tonight, but because I mean, I did homework and I've been cooking since I got off work today. I haven't had a hot cooked meal in a minute. So I just been getting little snacks. I keep burritos, so I'll throw something in a burrito right quick, right? And yeah, it's a blessing. But nonetheless, uh, yeah, I'm here and grateful you're here. And again, like and subscribe, please, and thank you. We don't fret small beginnings. Remember, thank you to the 18 subscribers. Y'all kind of got me shot up the views and stuff like that real quick. I'm so grateful for that. Um very grateful. I just want to make sure my sound is good. Last time I noticed that um the sound was kind of weird because it was actually coming through my camera and my mic wasn't even on. Crazy enough, I didn't even realize that until after. I tell y'all, I go back and I watch my videos. So and I don't change or critique anything. But on my other channel, I will do editing and everything because the cameras for those videos will be at a distance, so I'll have to do some editing. All right, so let me see one thing right quick, y'all, and we're good to go. Let me see one. Playing from Jessica's phone. All I need is one mic. Yeah. All right, so there you go. All I need is one mic. Uh oh. I kind of wanted to keep it running just to make sure we don't have any interruptions. As long as I see myself going, we good. All right, so, all right. Again, thank you for being here. It's not by chance. Yeah, catch this in your live or catch this in your stream or your algorithm or what have you. It's definitely for you. Tap in. Tap in. Spirit said, if they counted you out, them jokers can't count. That's it. That's what the scenario is. If they counted you out, shame on them. Huh? Shame on them. Spirit said, don't have their um ignorance and their lack and all of those things, etc., etc. I'll say. rub off on you or project on you in your life, right? What they think of you is what they think of you, right? Often, people like you and I, we are mirrors, and folks don't like to see themselves. Yeah, you become a problem. They ostracize you, shun you. Get it? Don't, but understand it's all for a reason, a valid reason, a good reason. They don't like you. Yeah, just if they come against you, yeah, it's weird. I'll just say that. You just have to understand what it is and not to take offense by it, right? Look, shame on them. You see that? Did y'all see that? Shame on them. Literally, shame on them. If the fallout is yours, it's ours because I'm not exempt. What's up? Desperate. Hmm. Yes, Lord. They don't even understand the stuff you be going through. You know what I mean? They don't even understand what you be going through. Look, and they projecting their energy and what they think onto you, and you lightweight sucking it up and believing it. Like, what's going on? Doubting yourself and stuff like that. That kind of stuff make you literally unaligned. Unaligned with your destiny, unaligned with life, period. Look, self-sabotage. A self-sabotage. That's a real thing. Because then they're winners. They win. They write your story. You give them right to write your story. If they can do it like that, manipulate your mind. Negative. That's a negative. That's a negative. Look, gut instinct. That one flipped over, and this one on the line came up, and it came up. Reality check. See, if this is what it is, this is what it is, and this is how we stay on our toes. You know what I mean? This is how you get to stay on your toes. The last reading, I was really, really tired. I was really downbeat. And guess what, y'all? Boundaries just dropped out. But if it fall out, flip out, I'm gonna take it. Um, Even though boundaries does apply here, definitely applies here. Shadow side, shadow side. And Spirit said, I guess there's some things that one needs to work on. Is as to why they could even penetrate you. You know what I mean? If your stuff, if it was solid, if you were solid in your stance, if we were solid in our stance, no energy, no shape, form, or fashion, nobody, nothing. I cut the deck on self sabotage again. Energy draining, procrastination. Yeah, nothing should be able to infiltrate. You were solid in your stance, sincere with who you are, what you stand for. Nothing and nobody, no thing, no person, place, or thing can play with you. Bottled up. No, my God. Holding things in strengthens their grip on you. See? Here it is. Yeah. Don't care what nobody. Don't look. Self sabotage. Look at it came out playing safe. That's what you've been doing, right? Who cares what the folks think about you? Again, they projecting, and then again too, there's a little something inside of you that needs to be unprepared. That needs to be worked on in a sense because they're able to penetrate, infiltrate, project. Right. I have two more cards to pull. Give me just a second. I'm cooking some navy beans, y'all. Give me New Orleans style. All right, with some One day I'm gonna pull a plate out so y'all can see. I'm gonna let y'all see the magic, the New Orleans magic. All right, it's navy beans with smoked turkey necks and smoked and rice. I'm gonna cook me some what is it? Cornbread tomorrow. And I don't really need a side like a meat or nothing like that. The sausage and stuff like that is good enough for me. The starch, the rice, carbohydrates, and stuff like that. That's what it is. So, un momento, por favor. This is about to get deep. Just hold it. Just 1 second. I just want to make sure my beans ain't scarred. I'll tell you one thing. They looking good. Looking so good. All right. So, yeah, unprepared at the very bottom. I understand. Give me two more, please, Spirit. I can see what's happening. This is a whole reality check for you and for them. Because once you start not giving a care, excuse me, at what they think about you and not really giving a F, I'll say that. I'm trying to change my life. They say change your words, change your world. Lord, embrace me. Okay? People embrace. That's all I'm trying. That's all I'm gonna do. Future self. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to meet her. Okay. And then anyway, yeah. So a whole reality check. Playing it safe. Spirit said you've been playing it safe the whole time, self sabotaging, playing with these people. You really think, yeah, it's not even about what they think about you. In fact, the mirror that you hold up to them as you just you're being yourself, right? As you just you're being yourself. You have your flaws, maybe some things that again that you have to work on, and maybe again this is them, right? This is them. That's funny because Unaligned and Gut Instinct came out right behind each other. Can I get two more, please? So I can move forward and tell a story. All right. Melcy. Look, we have bad advice, victim mentality here. Then we have good vibes at the very bottom of the deck. So yeah, that's the energy that we wanna, of course, um come into or just move in. Period. Solid, good vibes. And just because you are creating boundaries and setting, not caring about what anybody else says and moving how you move, as long as you're moving according to, you know, your life's path and what it is that you're supposed to be doing. If you are in tune with that, don't allow anyone who can't make you break you, right? You didn't make me, you know. So you can't break me. You didn't give me my peace, so you can't take my peace. What are you talking about? They counted you out. Shame on them because they can't count. Mm. All right, good vibes at the bottom. No, look, judgment at underneath good vibes. It says, you're trapped in the cycle of criticism towards yourself and others, blocking the growth that comes from compassion. The need to judge and find freedom in loving yourself, your authentic self. And that just says, um, especially with how these folks feel about you, right? Forgiving, not judging yourself. I won't say forgiving yourself, but just being kinder to yourself, right? And understanding again why folks are coming against you. They some of them can't even help themselves. So don't judge the situation. You know what I mean? Understand it for what it is and move accordingly. Like when you get to understand what a situation is all about, or you know, it's one of those situations where like there's two little kids and one's a bully at home. I'm sorry, bully at school, but when you go to his home, you could actually see where the bullying comes from. You know, that's that kind of sort of thing. That nature versus nurture, and coincidentally, we are actually on that in one of my classes. That's the first chapter that that we came into, and I've actually studied that several times before in my school career because I remember studying that in the beginning of my life, nature versus nurture. But nonetheless, that's what that is, and that's like a nature. I'm sorry, nurture situation. All right, but judgment, and yeah, you don't have to like be like them. They are who they are, and you are who you are. Spirit says, be free in being that. You know, and enjoy being that, appreciate being that. You can't impress everybody. You can't, cause crazy enough, lightweight, you are impressing them, right? Like I said before, that's lightweight admiration. You know, they don't know why, but right. And sometimes they feel uncomfortable because you are again who you are, and they are who they are, and who they are can't equate. So it's always a competition when you shouldn't even allow them to make you move into that arena of simple, right? We like simple in certain areas of our life, but yes, certain stuff. Yeah, you have to be selective, choose your battles because yeah, people again they can't help themselves. And you're not gonna get no Kool-Aid points, shaming somebody who don't know any better when you know better, right? So shame on them. Let them catch their lick by themselves. Don't judge them because you don't know why well, you know in a sense again because you are their mirror. However, you know that didn't just stem with you. That's like some deep rooted stuff, right? Them being unsure of themselves, not knowing themselves, not being solid in their stance, as you are as solid as you are in yours. So don't allow their unsurety to rub off on you. You know who you are. You know why they do what they do, and don't be defensive. Teach them. Give. In fact, I just told a friend this at work. I said, give them the idea and make them think they came up with it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Plain, right? That's how I do it at least. That's how I know they're watching. You know, that's exactly how I know folks is watching. And I give you the idea. You don't even know I gave you the idea to run with it. But I'm just that clever and cold with it. You know, like people say I don't play checkers. I play chess. Yeah, I play chess, checkers, but I love playing life. You see it? Life is a real thing, and I handle it as such. I move as such. So we're gonna get into the reading. Y'all know I like to I'm gonna pass it down deep off, right? And gotta give some life lessons and some aspirations and encouragement and everything where I can. especially me being in the position that I am. It is rightfully my obligation, actually, um, to lend that advice, or to lend that. I'm not even say advice because they have bad advice for here, but I'm not even gonna lend. Um, it's not advice, advisement. I'm advising, guiding. All right, so here we go. Desperate. In the first card, it says most situations aren't as dire as they first appear to be. Right. Don't trip, don't be so defensive. Let it be. It's gonna all being who you are, standing where you stand, walking how you walk, talking how you talk. Yeah, you set the standards, and folks is like, damn, like how she doing it all and still smiling, still dancing, still singing, still moving like the world, yeah, is hers. And his. Yeah, it's hers. Yeah. That's the only way I can say it. Hers. All right. Like it's hers or his. Yeah, that's making ground shake when she move, changing the atmosphere when in the room when they move. That's just how it goes, and you have to be. We have to be more comfortable in ourselves to be okay with the attention we get, be it good or bad. It's gonna come. It's because of not just who you are, but what's inside of you. Sometimes we don't know the extent of what's inside of us until the people on the outside of us see, and they show us each and every time. I tell people all the time, they're not coming after somebody who ain't working with something. You know what I mean? You got to be working with something if they're coming for you, right? It's a real thing. So, yeah, desperate. Most situations aren't as dire as they appear to be. That's right. Take the take the time to make thoughtful decisions. There's no reason to rush, and always time. I'm sorry, there's always time to give yourself grace. Right. No rush. See everything for what it is, because again, you don't need anything to knock you out of um alignment. The spirit said that's exactly where you have been because of other folks um playing with you and ganging up on you and stuff like that. I came up with this saying and it went crazy. It went viral, and almost like I'll never get credit for it. And I said, you have to be very powerful. And I said this, I put it on my Facebook January 2022 ish. I was working for Louisiana Medicaid at the time. I remember when I did it because there was a scenario that I was told about. I had, people talked to me about this situation, and it was some, interesting, um, like stuff I had to tell a lady I was given to give to her, and that's one of the things I was given to, and I was like, dang, that was powerful. When I asked God to use me, He really used me in some amazing ways. But yeah, so when I that came out, I was like, dang, I gotta put that on Facebook, and didn't think that was something I would probably have to trademark or put my name on for real. But it went viral to the point of pastors was using it. It was so I got a lot of quotes that it just went around like crazy. You can't crown a clown. Wait, you can't crown a clown and call him king. That was my saying. Sue me if you could prove that it wasn't, because it is. I have proof. I was the very first person to say that on Facebook. That was something that was that was stolen from me. You can't crown a clown and call him king. And there's so many people that didn't pass that around and use it and manipulated the words and changed this and changed that and made it sound like this. but I know exactly where to get it from. But nonetheless, um, but yeah, uh, it's crazy. But keep yourself in a situation where you are protected, mind, body, and soul. So again, these kind of energies won't penetrate. But there are like so many. Oh, and the other one was, you have to be powerful for. That's the one. This is the one I said in January 22 ish. I said, you really have to be powerful if they have to come together to come against you. And yeah, I saw pastors. It was coming across my timeline because it was something I said. It started coming across my timeline, and it was like crazy to me. That's even why I don't even have my other channels anymore. I don't know if I explained that to you all, but I had my channels and I had people that was looking at my channels and that was taking my material and just using my stuff, and it's just unfortunate. Again, I use that example to say that if they're not taking from you, people not stealing from you, you ain't working with nothing. And guess what? God said, let them take. They can take that. There's plenty where that comes from. That's why I'm here before you right now, moving forward. Yeah, let's get back into alignment, not allowing these folks, these low grade, low vibrational, low entity minded spiritual folks, entities, because hold on more. So this one says unaligned, and it says this path will be unfulfilling and starve your soul. Wow. You'll encounter unnecessary obstacles and challenges meant to redirect you. Yeah, and that's absolutely what's gonna happen if you continue to allow energy that don't even equate to where it is, who you are right now, where you are in this place you are in your life right now. Don't even equate to that or where you're going, right? Again, lightweight admiration. Your hater is they admire you. You know what I mean? It's lightweight admiration. That's another one of my things. I couldn't even really say it. Those who hurt you will eventually hurt themselves, and if you're lucky, God will let you watch. There's a lot of stuff that I put out there, and it be things that God has given to me. Like if I lead with love, if I lead with righteousness, I won't lose. If you lead with love or righteousness, you won't lose. I can't lose. There's a few things that I said. Um, a few. I'm gonna one day get everything and write them out. But yeah, it's all good though, because again, like I said, there's more where that comes from. So the river running deep and overflowing over here. That's it. All right. So reality check is the next one. And this is exactly what this is for all of us, right? So again, so that we can set those boundaries and dust that stuff off us, especially being empath, we always take on energy that don't belong to us. And it's hard to differentiate what is what, who is who. And yeah, you shouldn't even have to go through all of that. You shouldn't have to decipher what's what and who's who by the end of the day. You're gonna collect all this energy being who you are, people touching, people talking, people infiltrating your space. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not um where you can it's your decision, or it's your um yeah, it just happens. It's not something that you asked for. Like people just walk up on you. You know what I mean? I get it, but be selective. Be selective. I was playing with my that thing earlier. Well, And I put cayenne pepper, and I hope I ain't rub no cayenne in my eye just now. I put a little cayenne in my beans. Yeah, gut instinct. Yeah. Know it for what it is, and move accordingly. There are gonna be entities, people, places, and things that are gonna try and again see you. In fact, because of who you are, they're gonna do this, right? Remember, spirit release other spirits, and when you are a spiritual person, when you are living in that spiritual person, that vessel is just what it is. Spirit can recognize a spirit. You know what I mean, be it good or bad, and yeah, the bad one's on a mission. All of the spirits are on a mission. Some are here to warn you, here to save you, here to protect and guide you. Energies, angels. That's exactly what they're here for. And some of them are here to, um, bless you in amazing ways. And then again, there are some that are here to blind you and deceive you and hinder you, right? Put you in a place of fear, unalign you, not unalive you and unalign you, huh? Before they unalign you. I'm sorry, unalive you. Yeah, and make you think it's your idea. They giving you your idea. They didn't reverse the situation on you. It's a mind thing. It's a mind over matter. Like get your game back. Look, no victim mentality. Again, stop judging. Whoever it is that you've been listening to that's around you, move away from them. I'm talking about as somebody in your first person, as somebody around you, like right, that's tangible, that's right around you, that's keeping you stuck mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually, in fact. All right. So, again, reality check. This one says, you have big dreams, I'm sorry, but your goals are achievable. Contemplate fantasy versus reality because manifestation without works is just delusion. Manifestation without works is just a delusion. A delusional. Makes you delusional. Mm-hmm. That's a glare on it. All right. Yeah. This is our reality check. If you want to achieve those goals, if you want to go soar as high as, you know, exactly where God has placed you, each one of us have a road, a destiny, an outcome, an end to an end. I'm sorry, a means to an end, right? Each one of us. And I always say, like, yeah, victory is always gonna be mine, especially with standing in God's will. It's always gonna be mine. When I pause like that, that mean I didn't have some type of epiphany and it hits me where it hits me. So my apologies. It's not like I'm checking out, but I am checking out. If that makes sense. Oh my god. If you know, you know. I get to understand. It's almost like how you remember how if you have children because it wasn't in my generation, but I had my kids grew up watching the Disney Channel before I knew all this crazy stuff. No hating on the Disney Channel. You know what I mean? But it's what it is. And if you know, you know. And Raven, that's a Raven. She would like kind of like black out and then come in, and that's exactly in a sense. When I saw that, I was like, "Dang, it's almost kind of like what I do." And it's gotten to where people don't notice when I do it in front of their face when they're talking to me, and I'll do it, and then I'll snap back and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't realize." Oh, what you said again? I have to go into to motion because it happens, and I don't want it to be like like recognizable, but it really does happen for me. Anywho's, on to the next card. We have gut instinct, and it says trust your initial feelings. And I love transparency, so this is where I am with y'all. I love transparency, being clear and yeah, free. I don't have nobody. Don't have anything to hold over my shoulders, over my head. Yeah, that's it. All right, so trust your initial feelings as as your truest guide. Excuse me. They often know what's best for you before your mind could even catch up. Sure thing. Your intuition, your discernment, your gut instinct, you know, your second mind. That's your second mind. Like your second heart. Did you know your second heart was in your calf muscles? Go look it up. If something is going wrong up in here, in your calves, up in that area, more than likely something's going on up here. I just recently learned that. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Yep. It's the truth. Absolute truth. Like 2 years ago, my old supervisor, I had a really bad Charlie horse or something that's cramping my leg. And that's who told me that. She was military and all this other good stuff. And she had an incident that happened with her. And that's how she was able to tell me. She was like, "Oh, you better watch that. Make sure you good, you good, you good, you good." And I appreciate it all. I was just a bit dehydrated at the time. I was. I think it was summertime. Yep. Good now. I'm okay. I'm good. All right. Shadow side. And again, yeah, this is more than likely why they are able to penetrate and what they're seeing in you. They're pulling out, and maybe this is why you're being defensive, or you are defensive at in some points. You are belittling yourself. I will say, I'm gonna be honest with you. We are belittling ourselves by stooping, allowing them, returning the energy, should I say, returning the energy. That's the best way of saying it. Um, when again, we are better than that, right? So obviously, there's probably something that some of us need to work on still within us. Where again, we're not perfect. Um, we don't have any room for hiding anything. Um, especially if it's something that is hindering us from our growth, healing, and then growing. Right. All right. So shadow side, you're avoiding aspects of a situation that make you uncomfortable. Face the darkness to gain a complete understanding and make informed decisions. Informed decisions, and don't rush about it, because yeah, there's no reason to rush. And always time to give yourself grace. There's always time to give yourself grace. I think they short the words out. So sometimes you gotta add a word or two in some of these cards. They're cute. No, they all look all nice, and the start card stock is pretty solid. Excuse me, but the wording, you can't always expect the wording to be perfect. Yeah, so that's why it be sounding like I'm all chopped. I'm like, wait, hold up, there's something supposed to be there, but they try and fit everything in this little spot. Yeah, I can't wait till I make my own. Anyway, we are at good vibes. So good vibes is the bottom of the deck. So we have bottled up. All right. So holding things in strengthens your. Absolutely. Yeah, it's time to release all of that bull crap, because that's all it's doing is unlining you and causing you to self sabotage. Their sabotage is projecting onto you. So if that can happen, are we as solid as we believe we are, or are we as solid as we think we are? So again, nobody should be able to come in and manipulate your story, write your story, especially if God has the pen. You see how I just said that, and that's something. Anywho, moving forward. Bottled up, holding things in strengthens their grip on you. Express and release to diminish their power and foster true healing. At that shadow side, so that's something that somebody definitely needs to work on. You know, need to release. Again, you can't um expect to please everybody. There are some people that are gonna smile in your face and are pretending. Then there's some of them that's gonna like you know and like we say in New Orleans, boot you up, mean mug you. In some places, that's what they say. I know you know what that means. And then there's some folks that just yeah, they're gonna stay out your way. Either way, it should be all good. Long as they're not harming you, long as they're not put physically harming you. You know what I mean? Again, people gonna look and they're gonna watch. You are who you are. So the light is on you, sis. The light is on you, bro. And yeah, it's what it is. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I love that saying. You're gonna always hear me say that. I didn't say that. I didn't create that one, but you will always hear me say that. And too much. I mean, to whom much is given, much is required, and it's a fact. You know what I mean? Certain situations gotta let you know exactly who you are, and that's exactly what this is. You know, so you know in your heart and in your gut the things that people have been saying about you, the people that especially you're finding out folks that call you that's around you that's smiling in your face because there's a reason why I said that about the whole smiling in your face thing, and you think it's one thing and it's another. They think it's one thing and it's another. I'll say that because God don't leave us blind. That's exactly why this is all happening here. God said, I don't want you with no victim mentality. We're not about to even have that. You're going to get up out of this energy. You're going to recognize it for what it is. Set the boundaries you need to set. I know you are empath. That's what I need you to be, baby. But I need for you to separate the what from the what and the who from the who and it from it because yeah, every time a situation occurs or come against you, come arises in your life, not even come against you, but you allow it to come against you in a manner in which it shouldn't because you know better. You've had it happen to you several times before. Granted, it's happened different ways from different people. It's the same but different vessels. I get it, but you're supposed to be able to recognize it, honey bunny. You're supposed to be able to recognize it and trust it. Trust it for what it. That's it. You know. Say what it is that you have to say because what's gonna happen is you holding that energy in, not walking away from that kind of energy. You holding all of that in, and again allowing it to consume you in a way where it is again self sabotaging. It's creating an energy of self sabotage, and that energy is doing exactly what it needs to do. Right? It's doing exactly what it needs to do, and that's take you out the race. Your race, not the race with the world. Now, I'm gonna make that clear, right? Your race, your destiny was written for you, and once it has a grip on your mind, it's got a grip on your world, and yeah, we can't have that happening, especially if you in the process or you on the road to changing it, gangster. All right, playing it safe, yeah, that's self sabotaging. That's and it's just you. festering in, again, low grade, bad vibe, negative energy. All right, this one says, and it says playing safe. I just want you to see it. And it says, "Oh, them beans smell so good. I can't wait to eat a bowl." And we really not supposed to eat beans late, but I'm gonna be up for a minute because after I do this reading, I'm about to go back to doing classwork. I just needed to change of scenery and get to y'all because I missed y'all, man. I really did. That's why I am very, very long winded. All right, so and I can really talk fast. When I slow talking, I mean I'm tired and I'm pushing and I'm working on fumes. Crazy enough because I went to sleep late last night and got up early, but I'm good. I'm really good. Anywho, you've been, excuse me, you've been taking the easy path, and your laziness will not pay off. Start taking bold actions and challenge yourself to bigger and better. I said I gotta squint my eyes like this to read this this stuff here. Yes, but you've been sitting around creating a safe that whoever you allow, well, I'll say that's, yeah, because we allow it. First of all, we allow it. We allow half of the stuff to happen to us to happen to us. But yeah, whoever you are around, these folks is creating that safe space and place for you to be okay um with your situation, so you don't want anymore. I say be desperate for this life you want, baby. Like, thirst. He wants you to thirst for this life you want. You know what I mean? That's how bad you want it. How bad do you want this life to, you know, this what's written for you, right? All right. Did I read bad advice? You're listening to voices that don't know you or know the way. Don't take guidance from those in a worse position than you. Oh my God. Um, let's see. They can't lead you to, what's that? Eyes is so bad, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna rebuke that. I'm gonna start saying, speaking positive of my eyes, because I feel like since I've been saying that, like my eyes has been weird. I don't know. I feel like the weirder these eyes get, the more my discernment of my gut instincts of my, what I truly, truly rely on, right? Because right now I can close my eyes, not have any light on in my house. I could move about my house. I can move about a few houses, a few places, should I say, not houses, but a few places. My children, grandmother, a few places that I can move about. My job. If there was no lights, I can do that. But nonetheless, yeah, I think my eyes are changing. I don't know if it's because I'm becoming an older, seasoned woman, but yeah, it's cool. I'm cool with it. Change is good. Change is good. All right. All right. So y'all, I don't know. I came up with this language. I don't know if I came up with the language. I don't know if it is a language, but I be speaking it, and I don't know where it come from. It started out me. I was laughing. I would laugh and kind of like speak in tongues, and people thought that was kind of like different. And I don't know where that came from, but now it has evolved into something else. You have to be here to see it, listen, or yeah, you have to be here to catch it. But when it come out, it really be coming out. And don't let me be trying to prove a point. It's really gonna come out. Anywho, victim mentality. I had some water. All right. It says, you've been clinging to the victimization like a lifeline, becoming a prisoner. Ooh, becoming a prisoner of your own making. Mm. Face your role in your story. Wow. Funny enough, I mentioned that about your. I mentioned your story, right? And freedom, right? Oh my God, because I did say I like my freedom earlier. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back in the video and watch where they came in at. All right, so it says again, freedom comes from accepting responsibilities, a responsibility for your life and your actions. Hmm. Yeah, because half of the things that happen to us, we allow it to happen to us. Spirit said, okay, these people are coaching you and keeping you in that arena, but if you wasn't already in that low grade frame of mind, right? If we weren't already in that low grade frame of mind, they wouldn't even been able to reach us. These folks would have never been able to reach us. And here it is. Yeah, it's time to fight for your life. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. No judgment. No look. No remorse. No sorry. Get up out of there. Get get going. You up in the. Excuse me. I'm about to sneeze. Get up out of there, please. Spirit says, get up out of there. That's their problem. They counted you out. Now show them better than you can tell them. Right. Granted, all of those things had to happen, right, in order for you to see the difference, know the difference as to where you are and where you should be, where you are and where you shouldn't be, and where you should be, where you are and where you could be, right, versus where you should be. That's crazy. Folks see that kind. They projecting. They see it for themselves and they want it for you too. How dare you want something more for yourself? How dare you escape this misery? Huh? I don't want to be miserable by myself. That's what they saying. And they gonna count you right on and projecting. Don't you want to be in here? Don't you want to? Don't you want to? You want every all the low grade, low vibrational energy. That's how they reel you in. Don't you want to? Don't you want to? Don't you want to? Don't you want to? Don't you want? No, particular. No, it's no. I almost did it. No, no. I don't know. I have these little things, y'all. I really do. And it's where I almost see where my children get it from. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter, my middle girl, she grew up saying her own words and say she get it honestly. She get it honestly. Hmm. Me, I ain't gonna lie on her daddy. I ain't gonna lie on the silverback. It's an inside joke and he knows. Don't judge me. I've been calling the silverback all my life. I've been calling him silverback all my life. If only he knew. I love him to life and always will love him to life. Is excuse me. I'm just so misunderstood in so many ways. It's so unfortunate, you know. And if people out their own way and look at the hearts of the people that say they care, and you'll see if they do or if they don't. But if you don't move with original, authentic love and righteousness, you'll never see it. If you don't project it or you don't give it, you can't. You'll never, you know, see it when it you'll never see it as it comes. You know, you'll miss the beauty of it all. And that one little circumstance, that one little instance can change the momentum, change everything, like change how you view things, change your heart. And then it will have done exactly what it needed to do to set your life in a different direction. I set our life in a different direction. I love it. Anybody else have reoccurring dreams? I just want to know because I do. I've been having them since I was a kid. Come on, babies. Y'all can flip out. My hand's so small, y'all. I like flipper outers. They can't be hesitating. No hesitation. See what I'm saying? Manifestation. That's what I'm talking about. That was actually a faller outer too. That last one, manifestation, was actually a flipper outer. Introspection, going inside. If it flip out again, it's meant to be here. I said I was gonna take my time tonight, y'all. You notice I ain't say I ain't gonna keep you long, cause yeah, that ain't the truth. I missed y'all. So when I do it, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go hard. Yeah, nothing at all. I'm already home. I can't say go hard or go home. So I'm already home. Yeah, y'all get it. All right, risk, manifestation, risk. Ooh, oh, yes, Lord. Risk versus reward, huh? Go for it. If you want to know, did you need to go for it? Go for it. No rush, though. No rush. No pressure. Get in and get out. Meaning, yeah, do what it is you have to do. Fix whatever this shadows part of you that's allowing you to sit in this energy with this person or with these people, this community, this neighborhood, this energy, these folks. All y'all chained to each other. One move, the other one move. Y'all hands just like, oh, those little old school mannequins where everybody is one person and he got like the three mannequins and they got three over here and everybody moving together. Every that's about right. That's about right. That's about how it's looking right now. hmm And it's only because they counted you out and you got around and you let that energy just suck you down, pull you down until you sitting like them, you looking like them. And spirit say, we need for you to be desperate again. This is risk versus reward. You are unaligned with your destiny, unaligned with you are letting people talk you out your mission, take you off your path. What's going on? This is an absolute reality check, and you know it. Look, you knew it, and you've been knowing it. Look, they got wounds flipped over just now. They come out as yours. Maybe that's something that needs to be healed. The projecting, the whole accepting what people think about them. Maybe that's the wounds that need to be healed. That's the something that maybe you need to get tougher skin. Maybe you need to get tougher skin. You know, we are empaths, and granted, listen, let me tell you, I'm not perfect. I tell you, certain things bruise me. Certain because they got things that I would never do people. I wouldn't. I don't even have the heart to do it. But like I just said, that I misinterpreted so much. I'm received the wrong way so much, and it's so unfortunate. But I feel like sometimes it's just what it is, and I can get defensive, and I often do get defensive. But and that's why I say this: the reading is for us. It's us thing. Look for all of us. I forget how you do the multiple things and something like that. I forget in sign language, but All of us. Mhm. I'm not perfect, but I can strive to be. You know what I mean? And I'm work diligently with doing so. So, and that upsets people. And when you work that way, and when you move that way, and your ethic is top notch, it shows how low level others work ethics or movements are when you move genuinely authentic solid, right? It was another saying I said, wait, it's so many sayings I have, Jesus Christ. Look, but they got you stuck. Spirit says take the risk, go what you know, what you know, that gut instinct, what's been making you feel in a sense like physically you've been sufficing what was happening, but underneath it all, while you sitting there looking dumb with them, looking dumb, doing nothing with yourself. You remember that old college? What you doing? You ain't doing nothing. You just sitting on the couch, uh, turning the remote, looking at the TV or whatever whatever he used to say. But it used to drive me crazy. But it showed. I'm sure it got people out off the couch and into somebody's school trying to get something done with themselves. But I said all that to say, when people don't see that for themselves, they'll project that energy onto you. And that's exactly what's, and you have allowed it to consume you. Spirit says take the risk. You want better, you want more. Underneath it all, we can see it. Spirit says we can see it. We know your heart. You know that you came into this wanting more. But excuse me, because because folks is coming against you, you've allowed it to, like, that whole energy, everything about it, to delay your promise, delay your destiny, not obeying the signs. You used to see the signs. Spirit says you're not looking for the signs anymore. Start looking for the signs again. Overwhelm was at the bottom. Can I get two more? Or just flipped over. Free associate. Free. Get free. Get free. Free yourself up mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and physically connected to these folks, mentally connected to these folks, spiritually connected to these folks. See, when you want broken attract broken, it's crazy, but that's how it go. Broken cling to broken. They call it trauma bonding, right? When they don't see it for themselves, they force it on other folks, and they get mad at you when you start speaking highly of yourself or moving a certain way or thinking different. They start looking at you different. Oh, well, you want to think, what you want to do that for? You know, what makes you think you can do that? The thought. It started with a thought. Now we about to get it together. Every good thing starts with a thought, and of course, action behind it. But evolving into that action. Every good thing. Well, quiet as cup, every bad thing too. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? We're keeping it positive. And we, in a sense, we keeping it balanced too. So that's why I say both sides. Yeah. Depending on where your mind is. As a man thinking, so is he. Just know that. don't. If you don't know where to cap off, you know, look, evolve came out capable. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Wish granted was right under evolve a second ago. That's what I'm talking about. Believe in your abilities as a magic maker to manifest your to manifest your wishes. Oh, I gotta make my eyes. They will. They will. Oh my God. They will soon be your reality. I'm sorry, I gotta read that again, y'all. Believe in your abilities as a magic maker to manifest your wishes. They will soon be your reality. Number 10. And 10 is completion. Man. And I put the light here and the light here. I looked up to see if the light was still on because it was, I don't know. Maybe I should clean them out or something. I'm not giving up. I definitely have to change my glasses. I have like 15 pair of glasses, like with the same prescription in them now, and I'm like over 45. Not to tell you my energy, my age, but I'm about 40 something, over 45 though, and yeah, I refuse to move with the evolve. Okay, I'm being stubborn and not wanting to go with the some other kind of glasses them people was talking about. I have. It said when you speak it comes to. I'm not speaking it. That's what it is. All right, so let's do this. It says manifestation number 37. I can do it. I can do it. All right. It says soon you may manifest the goals or the goal you focus spiritually. All right, number 37. Soon you may focus on the goals. I'm sorry, soon you may manifest the goals you focus on spiritually. Yeah. If you move a certain way, whatever, however you put it out there, it will come to you. People say, there's a lot of things you can manifest. You know what I mean, good or bad. So make sure you're moving in those good vibes. You know, again, rebuking anything that isn't um influential or destined to go with you on this path you're walking on. Like, difference. Again, set those boundaries. No more self sabotaging. No more victim mentality. Oh, cause they. Why you sitting over there? Oh, cause Juju. Well, it's your choice. It was your choice too. Remember, we allow the things to happen to us, and we can't blame everybody. You know what I mean? All right, this one says risks, and this is number 35. That was 37, y'all. All right, and it says be aware or you will have to be aware. Oh my god, I love that. Be aware or you will have to be aware. Meaning, yeah, pay attention, stay focused, eyes on the prize. No more distractions, no more procrastination. Yeah, ultimate outcome, final destination. Your ends means to your end. I always get that wrong. Ends to your means to an end. That's what we're looking forward to. You know. All right. So be aware, or you will have to beware. Do not deny the risk and the hazards that you see. Number 35. That's crazy. That's how I'm gonna say something. I used to when I used to work in the pharmacy. I used to be so good with the doctor's handwritings and like the prescriptions and stuff like that. I used to be so good with reading them. My pharmacist used to be like, "Jill, read this. What is this?" And he used to, yeah, I used to love that he used to trust me with that information. You know, here I'm underneath him, and he trusts my eyes more than him. And listen, look at my eyes now. But anyway, I used to, in order to read some of them, I would have to turn it upside down like this to get what they're saying. take by mouth 3 times daily, PRN for 10 days. You know. Oh, point 0.3 cc's, you know, that sort of thing. And then you got to figure out how many cc's is in one bottle to understand how many day supply it is, because the doctor don't want to do the math. So they'll put it on there and you got to sit there and do the math and actually say, hey, this is a, and put that on and actually put that on the bottle. Yeah, man. That's what I used to have to do. My eyes and the doctor's signature. I knew if it was a fake or not. My eye baby, it was, yeah, it was like butter when I saw or when I read those prescriptions. Even when I counted my meds, I could just pour it in, like counting my 30, like knew it was 30. I could pour 30, pour 60, pour 90, pour 120 and know it's what it is. You know, see a pill on the counter, we might have dropped it or left it out, and it might not have a lettering on it, and knew exactly what it was. If they did have lettering on it, some of them just have the manufacturer information on it, and yeah, the coding and stuff like that on it. But you know, you don't know what it is, and some folks actually can ID the medication. But yeah, eyeballing medicine, I used to be able to do that. Yeah, man. Making solutions and packing capsules. That's why I'm into the holistic healing and everything now. God has let me, I had to do that part to get here. Whew. I felt like his face. Jim Carrey just now. All right, so delete. And this one is number 62. It's like every time I focus on it, something, it's like I got a film or something on my eyeballs or something. I don't know. And it says, confront the natural tendencies to delay the finishing of a creative endeavor, number 62. And coming into yourself. No more delay, right? Make the choice. Again, this energy, sadly enough, this energy is going to be there when you walk away, be there when you come to yourself, when you, you know, move in the form of this, go with the flow of this evolution, this change that's happening for you. You know, spirit said that you are more than capable of getting this right, doing it and getting it right. And of course, setting the example for some of these folks who counted you out. Shame on them, because they counted themselves out. They counted you out because they counted themselves out. Oh, we've been living next to each other for all our lives. We've been going to the same school all our lives. We worked at the same spot. You know, we've been working at the same spot. We've been knowing each other all our lives. And they really believe loyalty is going to keep you there. No, loyalty has delayed you, has delayed your whole mission. Right? Spirit says take the risk and watch how you change, how not only they look at you, but change how they look at themselves. You're going to lead by example. And Spirit said you are more than capable. And it's more times than enough that this is the reason why God sends you on these missions, sends us on these kind of missions to begin with, because it's usually not for us. We are meant to go through and walk the walk, talk the talk, you know, live the journey, you know. So it's a notch on our belt, you know. All glory to God, but you know, it's ultimately for other folks, you know, to see the discipline, see the change, see why it's worth it, and want to do it for themselves. That's it. Capable. All right, number 30. Oh, God help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. All right, it says you can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances that arise. And well, you just told us, I said that whatever that may arise, and it's not so much as it arising, because that's what it seemed like, because it makes you uncomfortable. But if it was something that you were familiar with, know, or you were prepared for, then you know. it wouldn't catch you off guard, right? It wouldn't be in a circumstances that arises against you. You know, you'll be well prepared, well versed for the situation, and well prepared on how to handle it too. God don't give us a situation that we are not prepared to handle. And that's how I look at it. Absolutely look at it. I've been through enough circumstances and enough situations in my life, to know that's actual factual. Right? It'll hit people how it hit people. Who feels it knows it. All right. Evolve. Creative. Creative came out here a couple times. And when I think of creative energy, I think of fire energy, Leo energy. All right. It says creative ideas evolve out of the invisible. I don't know why I say invincible. I don't know why I'm always burping in the middle of a reading. All right, excuse me, y'all. That was weird. And it was like a whole song. That was weird. But if you know spiritual stuff, that's what happens. All of these things in the middle of a reading because I just told you I'm not tired. All right, so creative ideas evolve out of the invisible and profound nothingness of proverbial consciousness. Number 28. Yeah. Evolve, manifestation. Yeah, it comes out of just that proverbial consciousness. I had me some tea earlier and I actually put some coffee liqueur in it. It was so good. It's like creamer, because I like cream in my tea. All right, where we gonna go next, y'all? All right here. Mm-mm. This perfume I have on smells so good. I wish I can smell it. I could just eat the robe up. It smells so good. Just start gnawing at my rug. I mean, at my rug. At my dog gnaws at my rug. I like want to threaten his life every day. Jesus Lord, I'm so sick of him. Look, empathy. Told you. It's a gift and a curse, but you gotta understand. Well, it's a gift, and it's often looked at as a curse until you're able to cap off, block it. Yeah, oh no, no, what? No, did you what? Cut it, zip, go, cut it off right before it's about to start. What? No. Oh my god. Yeah. For real, for real. Cut it off in his tracks. What? What? I'm good for doing that. I be trying to control it because I don't want nobody to feel disrespected. Because that's what I be really wanting to do. A lot of people when I hear them talking, especially if some folks ain't talking substance. And I get it. I meet people where they at. And some folks is gonna come talk to me and tell me their life story and this, that, and the other. And those ones I could decipher. I know the difference. You know what I mean? The instinct, the scenario is a different scenario. I can see it in their eyes that this is a time I have to be a shoulder to cry on or ear to listen. So I know the difference. But yeah, is it what? Huh? Oh, oh. Is your Shma. Forgiveness. Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. And even other folks, I told you don't judge. They are who they are because of, why they are who they are. Life, you know, hurt, trauma, drama, you know, power poverty is a lot of entities, a lot of situations where it can cause a person to have that type of mentality. You know what I mean? But again, Forgive yourself first of all for subjecting yourself to this, you know. And two, using it for your good. You know, what the enemy thought was going to take you out and keep you stuck in that situation, God turned it around for your good and for the world good too. Because when you change you change the world. You took yourself out of this, or you're going to take yourself out of this. And again, inspire the ones who was also sitting in that arena who thought that they couldn't do it. So when I say shame on them for thinking that, those are the ones who didn't look at this as a lesson, as something for them to also evolve and grow with. You know what I mean? It's funny how people could appreciate your being broken with them and down and out, miserable. But the minute you come out of any of that, or decide or even a thought of that, you know, you become the problem. But it's been okay the whole time that you've been sitting in it. So Spirit said just, forgive yourself for accepting this for yourself, allowing projected energy to settle in your spirit and make you believe that this is who you are, right? Second guessing yourself, sabotaging, doubting yourself, doubting your God's plan for you. You've always had the plan, always had a plan. I mean, not to say that nobody else have their plan, but everybody is in their level of where they are in their life with God, and just where they are, and it's just what it is. You are an empath, and you have to learn how to decipher what energy is what energy, and stop carrying other folks' energy. No more being defensive. Perseverance and judgment. I just cut the deck on it. Service. hmm As we all are of service to the people when, again, we are qualified to do so. You know what I mean? No guilt. I say don't let them make you feel bad about wanting something different. Don't feel bad about wanting something different. Bad advice would be to sit back and just continue to listen to people telling you that, you know, oh, this is all right. It's not bad. And I get it. Is not, thank God it's not where it could be, you know what I mean? Or where it should be for that matter, especially considering nobody's not putting any effort into life, just living. Oh, not even just living, because that's not just living. That's not living. They say it's unfortunate when you live, don't really know what it means to live. Everybody die, but not everybody lives. Same scenario. I'm a quote girl, historian too. I'm into a lot of things. I'm into a lot of things. I'm very eclectic with this mental of mine. I can go anywhere with conversation. But yeah, don't let these folks guilt trip you. Forgive yourself and forgive them. All right, so empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Yeah. And make sure you're able to close it too, right? You open to understand and close it when you no longer need it, right? Because you don't need it, any of it. You are just, again, to be there to listen, to offer love and encouragement, guidance, and even these are some you'll give some of that energy to folks that you don't even know, never met a day in your life, never saw, and probably will never see again. But what you did was create a ripple in the world when you listened, or you offered that shoulder, or that smile, or that uh you know non judgmental atmosphere, for these folks to open up and, you know, cast their cares and lay their burdens. There's a reason why God has those kind of people that happens to. The world needs those kind of people. That's what we don't know. Like, imagine if they didn't have those. And you see how I look now. See, and it's the folks that the crazy that stuff that's happening right now. Those are folks that are scared to actually open up and scared to trust and scared to lay their burdens down or trust somebody to be vulnerable because so many folks is out here scheming, conniving, and doing all kinds of other crazy stuff. So I get why. But when you move with discernment, love, righteousness, you will not lose. And I'm a stickler on it. Like, yeah, humble righteousness. Well, I would say humble love. All of that falls under the umbrella of righteousness. But sometimes you gotta itemize it for folks who don't really get the gist of what righteousness is, because it is an umbrella, and there's so many things that fits underneath. Right? If you've ever read the Beatitudes in the scriptures, that's a lot of it. But anywho, yeah, forgiveness. And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I thought I had to take my glasses off. All right, so it looks pretty cool with the actual writing being white on this cardstock. All right, so this one is guilt, and it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, right? Because we're ready to evolve, right? We're releasing anything that's causing guilt. Because if these your people, they're not gonna try and guilt you into keeping you in the same spot. They're gonna encourage you to say, "Yeah, do more, do more." Because I mean, imagine you doing more and you there to help pull them up, right? Again, showing them better, leading the way. And sometimes that's all people need is to see a change in something in their life, right? Somebody doing something different, somebody, and that gives them encouragement. That gives, you know, and that's the beauty behind life. Ain't no need in worrying what tonight is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. Say, why Judgment came out twice though, yo? So I say, don't judge folks, and you won't be judged. Now, it's okay to be a good judge of character. See, people don't get that. They say that you can't judge me. I really can. I can judge your heart. God said I can look at your heart and judge your heart. So I'm a stickler on that too, because that's what I expect for people to do for me. But see, people not equipped to do that. They don't even understand that because they out looking on the outside, and I always lose when folks look on the outside. Because misjudge. I don't want to say lose from their perception. You know what I mean? They beat me down. You know, and it's been like this all my life. I'm talking about since elementary school. I've had long hair. I remember it's been like bad with people trying to bully me all of my life. And it's not the fact that um I don't know. I don't know. People look at me and think I'm humble, and I am. I'm very humble, but just as humble as I am and righteous as I am, yeah. I live in my balance. I live in my truth. So I don't pretend that there's only a good side, right? I live it. I understand my shadow side too. It just don't control me. I control it. I love to have it dormant, right? And I lead with my righteous, lead with the righteous, as I have my shadow side on a leash, because it don't control me. I control it, but it's there. It's there. Don't mistake it. It is there. Please don't let the light skin and the glasses and maybe the curly hair or something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Folks be getting it twisted. Look, envy. It'd be a bad situation. But again, heavy is the head that wears the crown. If the folks ain't showing you who you are, then you ain't nothing. And sometimes you need that reassurance. Look, nowadays it used to be like, man, why all these people? Cause why? And every now and again, sometimes it catch me off guard, and I'm like, dang, why? Why? And then I have to sit down and think about it. Oh well, yeah, I get it. It's me, but it's not me. It's me, but it's what's in me. Yeah. Again, energy can see energy, and good, bad, or indifferent. All right. At the very bottom, it says success. Absolutely. The ends to your means to your end. I always say it the wrong way. Means to your end. Success. And it says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Oh my God. That's crazy. Because I just said leading with love and righteousness. You never lose. All right. So again, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, and almost in a sense of what I just said, kind of like I don't pretend that there is only one side to me. See, that's people and guess what? It always when they don't what I want to say when they don't not identify, but maybe someone you can say identify that side or clean that side or humble that side or heal that side, because usually that side is where a lot of we have been taught to hide, that shadow side. That's why we pretend it's not there, and it always erupt, so to speak. Yeah, erupt um at the most inopportune times because we don't have it under control, and then we don't have it to blame on nothing we don't we don't take responsibility for that whole situation. We just go back to living like it didn't happen, pretending like it didn't happen when we never actually got to the gist or got to the situation, got to the root of the problem as to why it's there. Childhood trauma, childhood, you know, things that we haven't healed from. All our life we heard, suck it up. Don't do that. Stop crying. You know, and that stopped us from healing in the manner in which we needed to heal with certain things. So so wonder we have grown folks that are unhealed because of not being able to you know specifically deal with these things, right, and having the means to do so. The people that are around us to recognize the things that's in us, like my baby need help before I let this get out of hand, before that unhealed child becomes an unhealed adult. And that's what's walking around here. A lot of people that are walking around here, and that's why we're the broken is clinging to the broken. All these unbroken trauma binds. I'm sorry, broken unbroken. All these broken trauma binds, all these broken people, all these unhealed people that are trauma binding. It is creating a safe space for everybody. So it's more them than that are healed, and that's sad because that's why you have all this stuff going on out here in the world. Mm. All these unhealed people that make it that feel like it's okay because if they were healed, the mentality and the way of life wouldn't be the way that it is. They were healed people, and then if some folks they don't even know that where they're unhealed at, and some of us had a head start with some of the trauma that had been passed down to us through our DNA, through life. Period. You didn't even know you was counted out. You don't even know you was counted out in the beginning of your life before mama even sent you through that portal. Before you even came through that, pushed you out through that portal. You didn't even realize they hadn't counted you out. But shame on them. It's a new day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new day. We're gonna learn how to protect our peace, right? Protect our minds, our ears, our ear gates. We are selective. We should be selective on who we listen to by knowing through our gut instinct, our discernment, who to listen to. Remember how I said I check out on folks and don't even realize I did it? And I know the difference as to who I'm supposed to listen to. There's a cap off now. I know there's a boundary now. I mean, I know that I respect the boundaries so others will. Simple and plain. I respect my boundaries so that others will learn to respect my boundaries because I do it. I'm gonna lead by example. People do to you what you do to you. People you will accept. People will how I want to say it. Dang, I had it in my head. It just didn't want to come out right. The moment has passed. Anywho, yeah. But judgment. Now look at this, how dark this is on here. Not even wrong for this. I really gotta take the glasses off to see this. See, my leg is starting to hurt, y'all. I understand that this is judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Absolutely. As I said that in the beginning of the reading. Yeah. Who's tapping in these days? But I'll tell you one thing, it's all separating the what from the what and the who's from the who. You know, the risk versus reward. And if you're in the stocks, that might be your story. This might be your story. All right. Envy. Yeah, you can't worry about how folks feel about you again. Yeah, that's what it is. If they're not talking about you, if they're not dogging, if they're not turning their nose up at you, they're not, talking about you, shoe showing about you, then you ain't working with nothing. You know what I mean? When you can walk in the room and they all shut up, the whole clique, everybody that's talking, you then came in the room and silenced them. Look how powerful you are, gangster, gangster. Yeah, I'm sure when you leave the room they be talking again, but you see it for them few seconds, they gonna respect your mind or talk a little lower, one of the two. But the gangster part about it is they ain't gonna never confront you. The folks ain't gonna never confront you. They'll shoot you, but they'll never confront you. That's how powerful you are. Now remember that before you allow another good for nothing energy to infiltrate your mind space, your mental space as it comes to you. What they think about you ain't got nothing to do with you, be. And if they can infiltrate that way, you're not as solid as you think you are. So you need to go back to the drawing board. Go looking at in them little spaces with the crevices where we hide things. You know, hiding is not dealing with it. Hiding is not fixing it. Hiding is not pretending it's not there. It's not healing it. You know, hiding is not yeah, because eventually you hide and you hide it and you hide it. There's enough hiding things that you, excuse me, that you should have healed from. So as you can't walk over the rug, you can't walk around it no more, and you can't walk over it. Eventually, you gotta walk through it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do the damn thing. You know, because all you're doing is collecting unhealed trauma. I mean, just unhealed garbage, just garbage, basura. You collecting that stuff, stinky shit. Excuse my friend. See, damn, darn, darn, shoot, shoot, Lord. But the sweetest part about that is, all my life I was told that's cursing. It's not. Cursing is my words. I can curse with my words, just speaking words. But to swear is something different. All right. So that's not cursing. It's swearing. There's a difference. Semantics. Oh, did I read envy? And it says, oh God, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Isn't that funny? How the other one talked about the challenges here. Excuse me. I understand that everyone has their own path and unique challenges. Ave. I don't know where they come from. I had like 2 cups of tea when I got home and one before I went to work. And that's all I eat today. I ain't eat anything today. Well, that's all I had and put down. I said that's all I ate today. I had drunk tea and that's all I eat today. That might be why I'm feeling like I'm feeling too. Because when I do like you fasting, I feel euphoric, and it's like my body's decalcified, my mind is decalcified, so I'm like speaking a lot faster when I fast. My body appreciates the fast too. It really does. My mental, you know, everything has a spirit. Everything has energy, I should say, and everything has energy. Even the food we eat. All right. Never wanna let you go. I wanna hold you in my arms forever. I don't know where that come from, but I remember that being on you go to sleep at night. I mean go to sleep at night. It used to be like the little commercials it used to come on late at night when you were supposed to be asleep and the TV is supposed to be off. But that's the commercials used to come on. Used to advertise old oldie but goodies. Oldie but goodie albums and you get the membership and they send you full albums every month. Like, how these full albums get to be $250? I don't understand. Yeah, I could have just went online and downloaded this. Oh, but I forget they ain't have DVDs. My bad. How does CD for a CD cassette? I mean for this CD. I forget how they used to say it. CD changer. But my mama used to invest in stuff like that. Especially when she had them when they had the tape cassettes. Oh my god! And I used to disappoint her every time. I used to go right there and find the tapes. I found out how to tape over them. Didn't realize how significant her tapes were to her. And I used to go right there, and a new song will come on FM 98. Those who know, that's in New Orleans. FM 98, maybe because I was an oldie but goodie kind of girl. The love slow jam kind of music, baby, and a good song will come on. Oh, if I had to catch the end of it, I was definitely doing it. Put that tape on the side and record and play. Oh, it was on. Baby mama put her tape in up in here cleaning music, I mean cleaning the house or doing something. And it's AD Berry. Mhm. Papa Smurf talking. Yup. Mellow moods. Wait, hold up. Jessica. I told y'all my real name. Some of y'all didn't know. Now you know. All right, let's roll. Last night I tossed and turned. Woke up quick. All right, so interwoven calm, and it says incorporate stress reducing activities into your daily routine, maintaining a balanced emotional state. All right, go sit in some water, calm down. It's okay. Don't be worried. Don't be stressed. Well, I won't say don't be worried, and it is don't be worried, but you know what I mean. You're in a place that you shouldn't be. I understand why you're worried. You know what I mean? I'd be worried too. I ain't gonna lie. But they say if you're worried, pray. If you're worried, pray. All right, this one is Serene. Look how I did this. Serene stitches. See, I don't mind, you know, like I don't mind being transparent, like I said, and vulnerable. I don't mind making fun of me. You know what I mean? Nobody don't have room. Nobody can't make me feel nothing about me because I can do that. I love me enough, and I'm secure in me enough where I can make a joke about me. You know what I mean? And be funny about me. All right. So again, these old funny eyes. Let's see. It says practice mindfulness techniques to achieve a tranquil state of mind and emotional well-being. See, told you. Guard your mind. Guard that mind, baby. Because when the enemy gets your mind, it will have your body, your world. Yeah. You out here doing stuff and don't even realize you're doing it. You sitting in spaces and places and no change, no challenge, no evolution, no nothing, no risk, no reward. Just all delay, procrastination, and you are more than capable of having all that your heart desires. Especially because most of what you have desired originally, should I say, originally, you know, was aligned with what God has for you. So it wasn't like a big change for you in the beginning, but maybe it was something that caused you to, you know, feel like you were down on your luck to accept this type of energy again. And it may be too, like I was saying, that you've never learned how to cut off other folks' energy from you. Be the ear to listen, but then leave them with their story. And it's possible you can do that, leaving them with their story. All right. I can't wait to email bowl of my beans. All right, this is Tapestry of Memories. Oh, I can read it all the way back here, but that's sad. I gotta put my arm all the way back there to do it. Look, that's sad. And that's Africa. Look how beautiful. But that's crazy how Africa is made to look like this one of the smallest countries. People forget. I mean, continent. How about that? People forget it's a continent. It's a country. It's a continent. Do you know that all the continents the real sides of the continents can be put inside of Africa? But it's crazy how they all are bigger than Africa. The things they be trying to do with manipulation. Like if you don't know no better, you don't know no better. But I do. And I'm just realizing that this card have Africa on it. And it's actually smaller than what's happening here. All the rest of the continents that's here. Anywho, another channel for that one. All right. Document your life's milestone in a journal, celebrating your journeys, complexities, and joys. Tapestries of memories. Yeah. And so you can always have something to look back, even the good, bad, the ugly, the sad, pretty, and the pretty amazing. Document it all. Like I said, it's all had to happen for you to get where God is sending you. And then I have contacts, y'all. So when I wear the contacts, the vision is different than there too. So it's like I'm gonna really have to go into the glasses that they're trying to make me get because they do both. So you see, I can't. If I take the card and put it here, I really can't see both. If I take my glasses off, I can see. But if I pull it back here, I can see, but I gotta put my arm all the way back here to see it. It's a catch 22, and I think somebody's playing with me. I'm just playing. I don't think nobody's playing with me. I think that you know my eyes are 46-year-old eyes. Oh, I told y'all my age. I said I didn't tell y'all the absolute age, but now you know. I told you. I ain't got nothing to hide. When stuff like that just slips on out. Oh my god. See, when I start passing gas on the screen, y'all gonna know I love you. Why it sound like something just passed gas? It wasn't me, but it was like I don't know what that was outside the door, but it really sounded like that. I'm about to go back and look at it. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, I had two. So this one is embarking on truth. Question your beliefs and assumptions. Question your beliefs and assumptions. Courageously seeking the truth that resonate with you. Yeah. Trusting that truth, seeking the truth, and trusting it when I mean, as you are seeking it, that gut instinct is going to tell you everything about everything, every person, place, or thing, and it's time you begin to honor it. Right? It's there and there for a reason. All right. Harmonious bonds, and it says in your relationships through open and honest communication, foster mutual understanding. And that's crazy because that may be those folks that spirit is telling you to be honest with and release and be free, speak your truth, um allow it to come out as it needs to. And again, those who for you, they're gonna respect your mind and watch you grow, encourage you. Oh, all this time you thought it was me who won. I want to see you win. Go for it, go for it. And there gonna be some folks that are gonna be like that. But then there's gonna be some folks that are gonna be like that and behind the scenes they really don't want you to. You know what I mean? And that kind of energy alone can stagnate you, can stop you, can keep you stuck. When on the surface they look like they're for you, but underneath in their heart is something different. All right. So make sure you are, moving in your truth, honesty, and folks. Not everybody can take it. Folks living in their truth. It's a hard pill to swallow. So I'm not. I know I'm not. Everybody's cup of tea. And yeah, when I come next to folks, it's weird because yeah, I become a problem. I become the problem. But if only they knew my heart. Shame on them. Shame on them. Show love and appreciation to those close to you, reinforcing the bonds of affection. Yeah. Especially with again those ones who um want to see you win, and again through wanting to see you win, after you explain to them, your mission, your goal, your wants and aspirations, and some folks are gonna be happy for you and encourage you to do it and do more. And with doing that, seeing you do that, they'll take your lead, follow your lead. And that's a beautiful thing. That's you changing you and changing the world. You changing you and changing the world. All right. Ay, who happens you right? Yep. This is an awakening for you and for them. Yep. And then the awakening may not be now as yours, you know, apparently is. This is a because you've already been awakened, right? But it's you accepting the journey, the path. Again, knowing that you're capable of the risk and the reward. You're worth the risk and the reward, right? God wants you to be desperate for it. Come back to what you know is meant for you. What is you know because you know for certain that this is it for you. You know, you've been allowing this delay to delay you far too long, right? So awakening number 5, it says you are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. Imagine that. I just was talking about that. Then I just said that it's freedom time. It's freedom time. Freeing yourself up, letting them know. Letting them know. Freeing yourself up. What? Parting ways. That's what the course said, not me. I'm just saying. I'm just a vessel. And that's number 58. I was about to say number 38, but that's number 58. And it says, it may be time to move on from this person or these persons or situation. Told you. I didn't say it. The card said it. They counted themselves out and then counted you out in the process. Oh no. You have say so over you, not over me. You can watch me win. hmm But you ain't gonna speak that over me. You're not gonna yeah. Cause you settled don't mean I have to settle. Right. And me in here ain't my end all be all. This is temporary. And it was temporary for you to see where again you are, where you should be, or where you are and where you could be if you just you know, take the necessary steps. Why awakening and parting ways came on right behind each other. 5 and 58 is the numbers on the card. Again, you are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. And 58 is parting ways, and it says it may be time to move on from this person, place, thing, or situation. I ain't say it. Spirit said it, baby. New door just trickled out of here. It wasn't quite like a flip. Look, the magic touch. Didn't that cause you to mention to you about the magic that's within you? You just have to know it. That's why the energy wants you to stay stuck where you are. If you don't know how magical you are, you can never awaken to that magic and become the magical person in this spiritual being in this magical world that you are supposed to be. So you can't if you don't change you, imagine how significant that is. If they keep you stuck, you can't be where you need to be to even change them. Change their world, change your world, change their world, change your world, change the world. Imagine that. That is very significant. That's how big the job is. That's how great you are. Where there's a plan to stop you. And they don't even know that they're being used. Those folks that's around you, they don't know that they're being used by the enemy to take you down, to stop you. And imagine they don't work for the some of them don't even work for the enemy like they think they do. Because once they see you come out come up and out of what you in, that circumstance, that situation, they're gonna realize they can do the very same thing. And then there you go. The enemy has lost again. Huh? The enemy has lost again. Let's piss him off. Huh? I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. The magic touch. Number 39. You are accessing true magic from deep within. That's it. That gut instinct. That good old gut instinct. Look, I just talking about that old school. Love me tonight for old time's sake. Yeah. You know? The magic touch. Seeker of truth. Absolutely. Living in your truth. Living, thinking, breathing, eating, talking, sleeping in your truth. And no, anybody that come around you at this point, when you in this arena of your life, when you on this path in your life, anybody around you have to do the very same thing. Embrace the truth, babe. As you are embracing that truth. If they can't embrace the truth, they're gonna move around. They ain't even gonna stick around. See, when you start living in that truth, when you awaken to that truth and living in that thing, folks, you think you the enemy now. When you really start living in your glory or God's glory, oh my God, stink. This only the beginning. But let me tell you, it's only letting you know who you are. All right, don't trip. Again, they not gonna come against a nobody. Situations ain't gonna arise against a nobody. It's trying to steal your joy. It's trying to steal your peace. Trying to steal your your value, the way you look at yourself, the way you know that God sees you, have always seen you, and you let how people cause they say I'm this and cause they say I'm maybe I am, cause maybe I am. If everybody see, cause everybody see, or maybe I am, or maybe I am, and that's unfortunate. And if they can get you to think like that about yourself, they got you. And there go your plan. You have just self sabotage. You have just ate the cake. You ate the cake, enemy. You ate the cake. Mm-mm. If I ain't baked the cake, I ain't eating it. That's it. If I didn't bake the cake, I ain't eating it. Unless it's chantilly. A chantilly. I might get a cake, a piece of cake off somebody, birthday cake or something like that to be communicative. I don't want to, seem, you know, standoffish. I want if I'm at a gathering, I'll take a piece of it. I'm probably not gonna eat it or eat it all for that matter. But I'll be sociable. You know what I mean. I don't want to look like I'm not because I have a way of actually removing myself from situations because I'm often shunned. So I guess I beat folks to the punch in a sense. Um, but again, if folks knew my heart, they wouldn't do me what they do me. And again, shame on them. You know. Because yeah, I'm gonna look at your heart every time, and I expect for folks to do the same. But you know, folks ain't even equipped to do that. They still stuck on the outside, extrinsic shit. It's intrinsic for me. Yeah, it's a way of life, and so some folks ain't about that life. You know, like the old man across the street used to say, "There's all kinds of people in this world. You don't even understand. He dead and gone and been dead and gone for a long time." When my mama bought this house, I yeah, kind of clung to him and his family, his wife. She passed away first, and he went some years ago, literally some years ago. But he would always say, "Well, Jesse, there's all kinds of people in this world," and I never knew the significance of that because I was a young girl, but I absolutely get it now. All kinds of people, all walks of life, all types of mentalities, you know, intentions, agendas. As long as your heart is where it is and pure and honest and true to yourself and others, then you can't lose. You can't lose, even if something, somebody, something, or some person, place, or thing come against you, arise against you. In the end, you will win because you lead with love. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Lead with love. Look, limited beliefs. Yeah, because that's what the folks they saw for themselves, and Yeah, but again, imagine inspiring them. So don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop what you're doing. Like keep making them mad, making a difference. Right. This situation calls for reprogramming your belief system. Hmm. Absolutely moving away from that shit, becoming free, lightening up. Lightening up, darling. Got a couple more decks and whip out of here. I'm gonna make me some tea. I should go look at my beanies, y'all. Too bad y'all can't smell them. Give me a second. Cause I kinda can. Cause I kinda can. Excuse my little thigh. I gave y'all a little thigh just now. Oh Lord. They spicy, spicy. Good day. Just the way I like it. All right. So tomorrow I'm coming home and doing homework. Thursday, I'll see y'all Thursday. And tomorrow I'm focusing on homework. I'll come in and check on y'all Thursday. Getting that other channel in trying to line up my interviews and stuff like that, line up the people I'm talking to. I'm in the process of emailing and talking to folks. But I do have a brethren that's from New Orleans that I'm gonna start with. Um he has his own clothing line. His name is Lawrence Melanson. Melancon and LM Clothing. I forget how he says it, but it's LM Clothing Line. I have a hat of his, and one day I'll wear it in the videos. I think I may have worn it in one of the videos. May have been an old video, but nonetheless, yeah, somebody to look up out for, and I'm definitely going to be interviewing him and a few different people that I know as far as musicians, actors, and all these folks that I know that God is giving me connections to, and I'm going to use it. I use them, not use them, but you know what I mean. You know, access my resources. That's a better way of saying it. All right, so here we go. Let's see what the cards say. Because if they counted you out, honey bunny, them little dummies just can't count. I said it. I said it. Look, stop trying to carry the world. Didn't I just tell you that? Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. They're gonna all be there when you get there, when you get back. And see, when you heal and you come up out of this stuff, you no longer in that energy of trauma bonding. You can't bind with that trauma no more. Yeah, you're gonna sit back and say, "Dang, why was I here? I was here. I didn't realize it stinks so damn bad here. Oh my god, what was I doing?" Yeah, it took for you to heal and get up out of there for you to go back and say, "Damn, this is pretty shitty." Huh? This is the yeah. I can't come back here again. Hmm? That's growth, baby. That's what growth looks like, honey. Look, guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe and let it go. Ain't no, and guilt came out here twice because guilt is, where you at, little thing? It was the orange one. Oh, that's envy. Where you at, little baby? Oh, it was behind forgiveness. Next to forgiveness. See, there's a hero. them beans is so good. I can feel the cayenne in my throat. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. Uh, Anything else, spirit? Okay, well, I'll take that. And this one says, open your heart. Open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let the love flow in. Everything that God has for you through that opening. You know what I mean? You have shut it off because you can't decipher who's who and what's what, who's genuine, who to keep the connection with, who to dispose of, who to release rather. Um, yeah, it's and when I go through these kind of situations, and I can't say it works for everybody, but for me, I have a habit of actually dropping everything like a hot potato and deciphering what's what and who's who. That after combing through everything, like being able to like objectively see everything from a outer point of view, meaning like I'm looking in on the situation at this point once I drop everything, you know. And not to say that that's a healthy thing, the most perfect thing. It's my thing, and it's how I'm able to pick back up on the things that are worthy of picking back on. If I drop everything, clear everything out. But then too, I've learned also to do it right the first time, so I won't have to accumulate all the clutter and all of these different things where I will have to, you know, pinpoint or decipher what I mean, because I'm always have to decipher, but always have to like pull needles out of haystack or whatever, But if you do it right the first time again, you won't have to do it. Come back and do it again. But yeah, open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let love flow in. You know, because we our heart and heart, our situation causes the heart and heart, and then again we can't see the blessings and the beauty in life and the beauty in things around us and the people that are around us, especially the ones that God it will eventually begin paving the way to you, you know um as you are growing and awakening and evolving, to be placed on a path to meet these very same folks. you know, Everything is not by chance. God does everything for a reason, a specific reason, strategic reason. And yeah, it's beauty behind it all, you know, if you look at it that way. All right, sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Yeah, that situation. Um, so leave behind all that has been weighing you down, right? And weighing you down for a very long time, not even realizing you've been, encrypted in this situation. This you've been hiding there, and it's like literally have been being your tomb. And spirit is saying, "Oh, pop, pop, reality check, smack you, pop, pop, pop." The little, they smack the person who's losing their mind out of it like that. This is what this is, a reality check, because you are unaligned with your destiny, and we're yeah, getting you back into shape. And then this is all behind folks is envy and tripping on you or tripping with you because of who you are. It has nothing else to do with nothing else but that. What you represent, the walk you walk, the talk you talk. You make mountains move. You make, yeah, energy changing rooms and shit like that. So I mean, not everybody walking with that kind of energy. So I get why they feel the way they feel, but don't let it upset you. Don't let it take you down. Don't let it make you doubt yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. You are more than enough. You are worthy of everything that they see in you. Worthy of every yeah, everything that you see in you that you don't see in you. Right? Like I said, sometimes our life around us to show us exactly who we are. And if it they gotta show it so it's in a good, bad, or indifferent way, it's still a way of showing you, and you have to recognize it, good, bad, and indifferent, the beauty in even all of that. The good, bad, and indifferent. There's beauty in it all. All right, can I get two more? Almost want to make me some cornbread tonight, yo. And I'm talking about homemade milky. All right, of course you will make mistakes, but the biggest one would be not to try, right? The risk versus the reward. Oh Lord. You have nothing to lose. This excuse me, the thing you have been thinking about for a long time, just go for it. And I say just I said that in the beginning of the reading. Wow. Better an oops than what if. Let's see. Spirit says to support you. It's better oops than a what if. Like, if you just go for it, you don't have to do all the what ifs. Or what if I did, and what if I coulda, and woulda, coulda, shoulda, and but you didn't. And see, Spirit is saying we're not gonna be having that singing that song for long because we got things to do. We got work to do. Where I get that from? Bet you I don't know. I do. That was Vanessa Williams. And guess what? Crazy enough, I couldn't stand nothing this lady sung except for Pocahontas. She did the Pocahontas song. Come taste of something, something of the forest. That song, yeah. Come taste the sweetened berries. Yeah, that's it. But I couldn't say nothing she sung, and that was one of them. We got work to do. Yeah, she could have kept that one. Um, like that trophy that they. That's another story. Okay. Um, the reason some people have walked away from you for no reason has nothing to do with you. Has talked about you has nothing to do with you. I told you that. All right. So get your mind right. Stop being defensive. You are who you are, and that's why they do what they do. Boop. All right. So they have been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next, or taking you up and out of this circumstances, that your circumstances next. Like, you up next, and they about to see you win. And either they gonna do one or two things: talk about you or be inspired. Let the cards fall how they may. Uh, they have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and get to moving. Greater is coming. Get to moving. Get up out of there. I told you, run for your life. Run for your life. All right. So again, stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. Yeah, you can't please everybody. I told you that, Boogie. Told you that. All the calls are saying what I said earlier. I love when it's like that. That's how I know when God has something spirit. I mean, like, festering in my spirit. Yeah, it's a real thing. Like, the cards really like fall out about it. And I've been festering on this idea of these thoughts for like days. Shame on them. That one. Shame on them. They counted you out because they can't count. So don't trip. They counted you out. You tripping on somebody who can't count. They counting you out, but they can't count. So why would you even think about that? Why would you even respect they ignorance? I was trying to keep it PG-13. They don't know no better. They can't count. Why would I respect what you think? You don't know two from three. Bye-bye. All right. Okay. You're going to be celebrating the you're going to be celebrating something very special very soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness, it will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it, expect it, it's happening for these eyes. Gold. They are gold. All right, let's see. Guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in, relax, and let it go. Relax and let it go. That was my Hawaiian thing. My Hawaiian thing. Thingy thingy thingy. And I never knew that that's like I always do that. Like I always, always doing this to people. I never realized that is because of the Hawaiian um parts of my mother's side. That's where our family is actually we came in through. It was Ireland, then Hawaii, and then we like dispersed throughout the United States. But anywho, that was a little bit of history of my lineage. All right, release old doubts and fears. Oh my ja! Look at this. The card says it. Y'all saw him come out. I ain't do nothing spectacular, but just talk to y'all and deal the cards. Okay. And I'm working with the cards I've been dealt. All right. Release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are are necessary for your highest good. Absolutely. This awakening to your true self. You have always known who you were and you just been settling for less because of other people thoughts of you, and you have let it hinder you way too long, for far too long. Okay, that's the spirit is trying to get you to uproot that thing and come back to the middle. All right, you are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it is and where it belongs in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. Yeah, everything's about timing. As I say, it kind of has to happen. All this needs to happen. Even you being sucked down in a miserable bowl with these folks. Yeah, misery loves company, but yeah, not anymore. They could retire your little area that you was sitting in. They can retire that little space because once you grow and evolve, you ain't coming back. You might come back to see how far you've come, right? You might go back to look back to see how far you come, but this that's the learning lesson that you have. Yeah, you're gonna evolve from, and you're gonna be able to tell and teach somebody about. Right? That's a story. Everybody has a story, and it's your obligation once you've learned to live through it, grow through it. Yeah, it's now an obligation to assist somebody else on their life journey, their path, their path. All right, prioritize self healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. Your needs above others for once. Remember, you hell with the guilt in them. Cause why? Cause why you never wanted to do that before. Oh, really? I really did. I did. I didn't want to share it with you because, you know, every time I share you my happiness and my goals and aspirations, I thought you were my friend. Every time I share it with you, you shoot it down or you tell me because uh, my friend will definitely encourage me, but that's not what I get from you. So I make sure I don't tell you that, those kind of things, and then they think you funny. You acting funny because you no longer want to share your dreams and aspirations with people that you have been sitting in a miserable bowl with. You know, now you the enemy. Now you the traitor because you choosing something different for yourself. When in actuality, you've always had that in the back of your mind. You've always wanted something more. You just, fell down on your luck. You just allowed your circumstances to become um you know, more of a what I want to say, a hindrance to you as opposed to what your heart really wants, and know you deserve, right? Um, Again, those folks are coming at you and doing what they're doing and making you feel like that the enemy is winning by corrupting your mind and tox well I want to say toxifying. all the same, but yeah, folks and their toxins. They're dangerous. It's dangerous when they could actually like stop you from your journey. That's how dangerous folks are. I mean, if they could actually come in and stop you, they will. Don't forget it. And just know that they shouldn't even be that powerful enough to be able to do such a thing. But again, you know, when you move a certain way, yeah, their efforts will be in vain. Yeah, they'll watch you win, even with them trying to destroy you, right? Or stop you, hinder you. All right, so this card says if you are worried you don't have the strength to move on, think of how much strength you are using to hold on. Then redirect that energy and enjoy your life. This is the second card that has actually talked about you holding on to energy that don't belong to you or don't no longer serve you. Um and having the strength to actually move on and getting rid of it, becoming free. All right. Prioritize self healing right now. Put your needs. Oh, I read that one. The next one is the reason some people have. Well, oh, I read that one too. So I think we're done with that one. With that deck, let's get to. There's this guy on. I don't know if it's. I think it's Facebook. Him and his little family. He always say, "Yes, son." He's so funny to me. Him and his little daughters and his wife. They're so funny to me. They're so cute. Them little girls. They was saying, yes, son, 645 or something like that. 654 shots or something like that. I don't know what he's saying, but he's so fire though. I don't know where they're from. I think they look like they're from Cali or maybe from Texas. Sorry, y'all. This is my way of stretching my legs without y'all realizing that's what I'm doing. But I'll let y'all in on my secret. I sit Indian style to lotus position for hours, especially sitting here doing homework. Thank you, Spirit. That was fast. Thank you. He's a yes, He's so funny. I welcome inner power. All right. I like that. The inner alchemist. Wow. All right, God sustains me at the very bottom of the deck. Pardon-moi. And it says, I'm going to take the glasses off of these babies. Oh my God. I just pulled some of my hair. All right. It says, God sustains me as I turn each day over to God. My worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace even in challenging times. I love it. Today, my fate provides me with my great strength, or the greatest strength. That's crazy because that's what we talked about just a second ago. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. My creative power. hmm That's gonna be the energy that's gonna get you up out of that stickler you in. Again, this situation is not your situation. You have taken on, adopted somebody else's scenario. You know, it's not yours. All right. So recognize that and get the stepping. All right. I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. Yeah. And how we manifest what is good or the lack thereof just by a thought. So be mindful. Be mindful. All right. I recognize the creative power of my thoughts. I know that I can use them to build or to destroy. Absolutely. Today, I choose to use my thoughts to create a universe filled with joy and harmony. I will maintain a positive attitude. I have the power to create love and to create peace. That's right. Your peace. Absolutely. Your peace. The world didn't give you your joy and it didn't give you your peace and it can't take it away. And the sweetest part about living God's will when the world is in a haywire, when the world is lost and they are going crazy and everybody is living off emotions and it's just all this crazy stuff that's happening. I don't know. I know y'all see it. I know I can see it. I can feel it. I hear it. You know what I mean? It just feels so good to be in my peace, right? Not many people are walking around in said peace, right? They are affected by what's happening um economically. They're what's happening with the politicians and, the government and stuff like that. When you are living in your peace, there's nothing that can happen that can take you out of that, right? I love it here. I just love it here. Yeah. So I welcome. All right. Nope. Climb the steps. Take the step, baby. All right. I welcome life as it presents itself to me. Absolutely. Today I take each step on my path to fulfillment with good faith. I swim easily with the flow of life. I embrace all experiences the universe bestows upon me, even those that may prove challenging. That's funny because challenging challenges, all of that came out here, and knowing that, evolving and growing and having the strength to do so, the resilience to do so, the wherewithal to do so. All of that's basically here and explained in your story, whoever you are. And again, I mentioned fire sign earlier. I have water here, I have air here as well. So it could be anybody. Um, but I know in some shape, form, or fashion, it sucker definitely resembles my story a bit, and so I can find value and appreciate it. So I hope you all too. All right. Let's see. I welcome life as it presents itself to me. Today I take each step on my path to fulfillment with good faith. I swim easily, and maybe somebody's a good swimmer. Whoever you are, maybe you're a good swimmer. Maybe you need to take swimming lessons. I know damn well I do. Okay. I can't even tread water. Lord, I can float. I can float wherever I need to go. Just hopefully I ain't got no damn gators in the water and it's over for me. It's over for me, but I can float. Yep, I can hold my breath and float. All right, so I embrace all experiences the universe bestows upon me, even those that I prove challenging, that may prove challenging. I know all will fall into place for my greater good in the end. Yeah, this is not my end all, be all. Mhm. Yep. Victory is mine, said the Lord. I was about to put them glasses on and can't see nothing. All right, inner power. Today I choose to see myself as significant as you should, my dear darling, dear, 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 dear darling. All right, I acknowledge my true strength. I love it. Strength is all the way in here. And you definitely might be a Leo or a fire sign with all that strength and creativity in his joints. All right. I remain in the face of adversity, absolutely, as you should. If I stumble, I pick myself up, knowing that I am filled with the power of the universe. I accept and appreciate myself in every way. I contain the most precious treasures of this world within me. The universe shines through me. Oh, isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? All right, the inner alchemist, and this is what I say. Ultimately, this is gonna be my end, not my end all be all, but like my step before my end all be all. I'm gonna end up being a alchemist, and there's actually a psychology degree that you can get in alchemy. Um, I'm definitely gonna look into that because yeah. That's my thing. I like putting together something together to make something. All right. Like an alchemist, I possess all the power I need and the strength. Okay, we're gonna say that too. Even though the card don't say that, I'm gonna say it because that's what it is hinting to. I possess all the power I need to build a life of joy and harmony. Today, through my positive thoughts, words, and deeds, and life way of living, yes, I create my own light. That's right, the very thing that folks can see. And some folks and just because they see it don't mean they gotta like it. And just because they see it don't mean they gotta acknowledge it. You know, they see it. And just because they're going out their way to not acknowledge it, that's how you know they can see it. All right. So don't beat yourself up. Yeah. They see you. Not how you want them to see you, or not how you expect them to see you, but they see you. And you know they do. All right. Um Today, through my positive thoughts, words, and deeds, I create my own light. I understand that I can use the inner magic, my inner magic of intention to transform myself in the same way an alchemist transforms lead into gold. Today, I create happiness. That's right. You create happiness, joy, harmony, and peace. It's for you, baby. It is for you. All right, where we at? All right, I read that one. God sustains me. Such a blessing. Such a blessing. And that's how you know that you're on the right path. You are. You had a little hiccup for some time, you know. You are a willing participant in this hiccup, but it's all good. You have to identify it, heal it, deal with it and heal it. And that's how you come out of things and yeah, evolving. Yeah. Massively evolving, especially if you, like I said, take the risk, bet on yourself. This is all for your greater good, and it's gonna work out for your good. Absolutely work out for your good. All right, let's go to my scriptures. This is the hint that we're about to end the reading, and I'm so grateful that you all stuck in with me. I know I took some time. Now you know these cards is not the correct way. I don't like my cards to be I have kind of like OCD when it comes down to my direction of the cards. I need them to all be in the same direction, please. Thank you. That's my major pain voice. My major pain voice. I try and talk like him. My damn it voice. When you hear me talk like that, that's where I get that from. And I said, what? I get that from How High when the big 18 wheeler ran over the guy's bike and he was saying my stuff and the man broke back in the truck and he said something to him about getting his bike out the street or something. I can't remember verbatim what he said. But he said, what? He was crying. And that's where I get that from. So I have a lot of people saying what like that, but they don't even realize they get it. I don't know, they're picking it up from me. And where I got it from there. That's why I got it from How High. What? Oh my god. That was a California thing. Oh my god. That was a California thing. But I kind of like put like the little southern draw on it. Oh my god. But they got other people doing it now. It's crazy. But I can tell you one thing about New Orleans. New Orleans is a very influential place. This place have a lot of a lot of things, a lot of places doing things that they wouldn't ordinarily do. Like I noticed that, it's sad to say, but we we, at one point, it's probably still now. I don't know. Haven't heard the statistics this year yet. About the murder rate, but like the whole t-shirts, wearing t-shirts when somebody passed away. That's our contribution to the world. Our baby, our, a lot of stuff that we say, our dialect. I always tell people, like, we the island of the states down here. We the island of the United States. This is where most island people or farm people feel most comfortable. That's crazy enough because we're basically like an island. Not so much, but all the water that we are surrounded by. So I guess that's a part of why it makes them feel like they're at home. Plus the whole French, African, West African um, trade thing, and everybody being here, slaves and everything. The slaves being brought here to New Orleans and sold, brought here to New Orleans and sold. Yeah. So there's a connection here, where especially the island, like I said, the island foreign folks, Haitians, the French. I understand why some of, let me be quiet. I'm gonna my finger up and walk out the room. All right. So we got, all right, I think the sleepy about to come. All right, so all right, we have Revelations 19:1-2, and most people don't like to even refer to Revelations. Revelations is a hard pill to swallow. I get it. I absolutely get it. But if you're living rightly, that was me trying to yawn, and I was trying to stop it. If you're not living rightly, then I can see why one would be worried. But I don't have anything to worry about. All right, so salvation and glory and power belong to God, for his judgments are true and just. And that's funny because judgment came out here twice now. You think it's a game? This is scriptures. And I always tell people, I couldn't do none of this what I do for God's people if I didn't know him. I surrendered my life a long time ago to him. And it took a lot of wear and tear for me to do so. I scratched and ran and cut up and blew up and, yeah, refused until my back was against the wall. I was down in the pit, and, yeah, the only thing I could do was pray myself out of that pit because I was already in the worst position, or the lowest position I can be in. God said, "You're gonna take this or take this. Uh, you gonna take this life I wrote for you, or you gonna take it like this. You gonna keep making it harder for yourself." There are some people that back will be put up against the wall and manhandled and choked up, and then there's some that will have to choose it for themselves and, yeah, decipher which one I am. I'll just say that because I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but this is my way of actually expressing to folks that this is how easy it is to be favored, to be kept and blessed in an abundant of ways. Um, and it's just, yeah, I love it here. I absolutely love it here. Nobody can get me to turn my back on this. Yeah, and it's like I said, just that easy, and with me knowing that it's an obligation. I'm not trying to, um, stop you from believing in what you believe in, but, you know, at some point, in your life, what it's not by chance what people, you come across people, what people say, what people do. Um, yeah, is what you do with it. It's what you do with it. Anywho, I snapped out right quick, and that was me on autopilot when I was like, "It's what you do with it." All right, so that was honesty. All right, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are the Christ, Son of the living God. Matthew 16 might be a number. It might be something that you see. 7 7 might be 777 might be a number. 7 7 might be the year you were born. I'm not sure. But I just saw that in that card there. And maybe that applies to you. Maybe this reading applies to you. If it does, please like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. Luke 19:10. Save the lost. That was the old story. All right. And it will behoove me to tell you the truth. I mean, that's the truth. I'm not going to scratch that. Let me say this right. It would behoove me to elaborate on this a little more because, you know, the Lord came back to redeem us at one point, but he's not coming back to redeem when he comes back. He's coming back to judge. The very same reason why folks don't like the revelations. I often ask folks, "Well, who is the child that's gonna come back ruling the world with the iron rod? The one that was in the lady's belly. The one that was hiding in the bush from the dragon, who was gonna devour her and the baby. Go check it out. I think it's a game. There's a baby in a lady's belly in Revelations, the end. And most theologists and most people that speaks about the Bible or the scriptures, they like to say that that's Jesus, and that's not him. That's not him in the belly of that lady ruling um a baby Jesus. That's not baby Jesus, should I say? Him being born again, not as a baby. When he's risen, when he's come back, he's gonna be himself. You know, he's gonna be himself, not a baby. So the baby that comes and rules with the rod rules the world with the rod of iron. I'm gonna have to go back in my story. Yeah, it was a rod of iron. I remember that. All right, I just wanted to make sure that that's what I was thinking, and I wasn't giving y'all wrong information because I don't like to be wrong about the stuff I give people. Because I'm gonna be held responsible for what I give y'all. Right? I'm gonna make sure if I'm not saying the right thing, God knows my heart, and yeah, He knows my heart. And that's all that matters to me. But anywho, so the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Luke 19:10. Yeah, that's what he did. And you notice Luke is in the beginning. Is in the first part of the scriptures, the Old Testament. All right. This one is Zechariah 3:4, and it says, "Behold, I have taken your iniquity away from you, and I will clothe you with pure vestments." hmm Yeah. I've taken all the worry, all the strife, all the self doubt, all the self sabotage. No more victim mentality because I'm wiping you clean. I'm wiping this fear and this anxiety, this mistrust, this misappropriated, this and that. I'm taking all of these things that you are letting go to me. You're releasing to me. I'm gonna take those things. God is saying I'm gonna take those things and um you know make everything all this whole situation work out for your good. It's gonna all work in your favor if you um, take the risk. Take the risk and stop worrying about what other folks have to say about you. Their projection is their projection. They can project, and you could block it each and every time. Please block it each and every time. All right. I read that one. I got the glasses off, so now I can't really see. All right. This one is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. And lean not to your understanding. Sometimes the situations and like these, even this situation is bigger than our minds could even imagine. Bigger than what we could even, like this situation, like what you thought was for you, or at one point thought was for you. You may have wanted more, and you just didn't know how to go about moving towards that more, or actually, manifesting it, bringing it forth to your reality or what have you. Excuse me. But yeah, nothing beats a failure but a try, and you can't let loyalty and fear and, again, self-doubt, selflessness, all these things hinder you and prevent you from your higher heights. God said the sky is the limit. And at this point, yeah, moving beyond the sky is the thing. You know, what they call it, breaking glass ceilings, right? Like that, the dome, right? Breaking the dome, going past the dome, out of this world. This is out of this world blessings if you move in a manner in which you should, and you are more than capable of. Like I said, the enemy not gonna come and deter a person that don't have it in them. They first of all, they gotta make you believe that you're not worthy, make you believe that you don't have it in you. And once they got that once they have you there, once they have that part of you, they got you, right? The body gonna follow suit. And again, this is folks that can see your worth, see even when you can't see your worth. But that's to let you know right there, and that's the red flag. That's the inkling that you are more than what you believe you are. When folks got to do that, come to gang up to come against you, right? Or just come against you, period, to stop you. If they stop you, you can't create the change in you that creates the change in this world. And we need you to be right where you need to be, right when you need to be there. So yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Cause I'm on the way. I'm on my way. I surrendered a long time ago. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to push my life or my living or my way of life on anyone. But I just want you to know how easy it is, how good it is, how wonderful it feels. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that every second of every second of living in God's will is easy and pleasant. It is pleasant in so many ways, but I can't say that, you know, the enemy will never stop with the vices, stop with the manipulation, stop with the icky, sticky shit. I won't say that I will never fall for, because, just like a security system. You know what I mean? Or what they call it, like online, the security system. They build a security system, and then the hackers find a way to get through it. It happens, right? But not for long for me. You won't lay dormant for long for me. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna pick you out, sniff you out some kind of way. You see it. So nonetheless, I hope that helped. I know it was long and drawn out. I appreciate y'all being here, and yeah, get used to the conversation. This is a wellness thing for all of us. This is therapeutic for me. I hope it is yeah, just as therapeutic and releasing and freeing for you as it is for me. Anywho, I hope that helped for somebody, because it definitely helped for me. If it just helped for me, I've done my job, because the change in me. Um, yeah, I'm gonna bring forth in this world that is, yeah, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. I know who I am, and I know whose I am, and I'm gonna live in that. I'm gonna live and appreciate that. All right. Yeah. Stay tuned. Be you. Be blessed. Be amazing. And be supportive. Support the page, y'all. Support my other page. I'm gonna link it in the bio. I mean, I'm linking in the link below. One of them. One of the things. The descriptions. One of them things. All right, just look it out. Look out for it. Royal Intuitive Guide. No, Royal Vibes, your intuitive guide, and then I have Royal with the vibes. I had to think about it. The vibes with Royal. It's interchangeable. Potato, potato. Bless. Thank you for coming. Be a blessing to be a blessing. Like the page. It was a blessing. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Bye. Later, y'all. Oh my god. I gotta go to work.